Does Conor need a dominant win over Dustin Poirier? This is a question that I was asked earlier, and I've processed it a little bit because I instantly came to the answer of no. I concluded no. I go, hey, Chael, give this a little bit of thought. I'm still at no. I don't know that Conor needs a dominant win. Conor needs a win, sure, but I have a bigger question, I guess. Okay, let me counter the question with a question. What are we doing with Conor McGregor? Why is he here? Is he here just for fun as just some big cash grab and we're all supposed to kick it on expense and we like Conor enough that we're willing to do it? Or is he looking to make a meaningful title run? If he's not here for the title, I don't know what we're doing here. Conor has been pretty clear through 2020 that he is not happy with his schedule or lack thereof. I like that. I like a guy who's a competitor who wants to compete and is unhappy that he isn't being given enough opportunities to compete. I like the Chimaev. I like the Kevin Holland. I like the whole bit about get me in there and get me in there quickly. It was a gimmick and a shtick that only Cowboy Cerrone was able to run with. And now some other guys are coming forward. Conor seems to be on the other side of it, but not willingly. So I like that in Conor, but are we here for a championship run? Because if we're not, I don't know what we're doing. Conor can fight for a title anytime he wants to. They wanted to make Conor versus Khabib. Even in light of Gaethje versus Khabib or Tony versus Khabib. Whatever it's going to happen, but it was Conor for a title. It wasn't necessarily Conor opposite his nemesis from Dagestan. It was about a title opportunity. Okay, great. Is that what Conor is here for? If so, boom, then let's fast track him. And I do not believe that he has to look good against Poirier. I don't think he has to be dominate or destroy him. If you get the jump on Dustin Poirier, we all will acknowledge what a fine job you did. You go all 5 rounds and it's back and forth and you win 3 and he wins 2. But at the end of the night, the judges decide and the referee raises your hand. That is all you have to do against Dustin Poirier. And not only do I have that opinion, Khabib has that opinion. Khabib has said the road to me is through Dustin Poirier. That was purely out of respect. But Khabib has been in the octagon with a number of the top fighters and he came away saying, that's the guy. Okay. But it still brings me back to my conclusion. No, Conor doesn't have to go out there and show off. He doesn't have to land that lightning bolt left hand and put a guy down. He just needs to win. And I'm not getting my way with Conor anyway, because my way doesn't have anything to do with 155. 155 and Conor was interesting for one reason, which is a potential rematch with Khabib. If Khabib's gone, I don't know what we're doing. Is it about a title run? Okay, great. I'll shut up. But if it's not about a title run, it's about big and meaningful matches. Those are at 170. It was so exciting when Conor left 145 pounds. And it was only exciting because we had all new guys, all new faces, and all fresh parity. If we do that again and we do it at 170, I have never been one of the fools that thinks Usman is going to go destroy Conor. I would pick Usman to beat Conor. That's a conversation for another day. Nobody's running over Conor McGregor. Just isn't going to happen. Masvidal versus Conor McGregor is amongst the biggest fights the sport could possibly make. It would sit right up there with Adesanya versus Jones and possibly eclipse it. Possibly eclipse that fight. I don't know why we aren't looking more. If we're doing the super fight route at 170 pounds with Conor, the fact that he's being forced to make championship weight of 155 pounds tells me maybe there is a championship run. That's a pretty cool story too. I just feel that the audience is due the respect of knowing why are we here. If we're here to eliminate Dustin Poirier from contention, it has to be for something. And there's nothing greater than a main event against the guy who the sitting champion Khabib says is the guy and is your ticket to the Golden Goose, which is me. Even if Khabib has removed himself, there's still a lot that matters in this match. Why are we here? Unless Conor wants to have a busy 2001, as he said he wanted to have in 2020, then let's quit taking it from him. Let's give him what he wants. We want Conor. Conor appears to want us right now. Great. Everybody's saying the same thing. Let's keep him busy. And where does that take him? I'm just coming back to my initial premise of the answer of the question. No, I do not believe that Conor has to be dominant in victory. I don't think he has to be overly impressive in victory. I think that Conor is due, quite frankly, this fight is going to take first on January 23rd. To put that in perspective for you, his last fight was on January 20th, which means it will be over a year removed, 367 days exactly. And to remind you of when he fought Cowboy Cerrone, he had been removed 500 days. Put on arguably the best performance he's ever had. By the numbers, it would be amongst the greatest performances in UFC history. only to be outdone on the numbers by Vitor Belfort versus Wanderlei Silva. When Vitor threw for 13 punches, landed 11 of them, took 0 strikes back, and was out of there in 14 seconds. Conor threw 20 strikes, landed 19, was out of there in 20 seconds, took 0 damage back. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's just by the numbers. So I don't know that we would, based on history of Conor, expect that Conor's going to be a little sluggish coming to this fight. I thought he would be, based on history, going into the Cowboy fight. Turned out I was wrong. Turned out Conor's just that damn good. But he also did it without the deficit of having to do weight reduction. Ate all he wanted, felt big and strong as he could possibly get, still came in 3 pounds under the limit. I like him at 170. If we're going the super fight route. If this is about a championship run, great. Like that equally as much, but I am owed that as a paying audience member. I am owed that to have that told to me. And that's one piece of the story that I feel has been left out.